In this video, we will continue with our study of John 7, 1-39, and the significance of Jesus' actions at the Feast of Tabernacles by learning how to access other resources in your library to find the cultural context of the passage. Because we learned in the first video that the Feast of Tabernacles is connected with water imagery, let's do a search for water using a powerful Logos resource, the Lexham Bible Dictionary. Click the library icon, type the Lexham Bible Dictionary in the search box, and select it. In the reference box, type water and hit enter. The content panel will populate with information on water in the Bible. In the section on water as power, we learn that in the ancient world, as in the modern one, water was an extremely valuable resource. Water was also associated with deliverance and punishment, as in the example of Noah and his family who were saved by water. Moses and the Israelites who were saved by crossing the Red Sea, and Naaman who was dipped in the Jordan River 7 times to be cleansed of a skin disease. We learn that water was used as a religious element too. Since we are studying the Feast of Tabernacles, let's also do a search for the word tabernacle. Under the section Terminology, we learn the tabernacle became the place for divine revelation, law-giving, judgment, and for guiding the people through the desert. The tabernacle was where God talked face-to-face with Moses. Under the section The Tent, Dwelling, we learn the original meaning of the word tabernacle has been translated the tent or the dwelling. And under the conditions of a desert covenant, God tabernacles or encamps in the midst of his people. This seems to indicate the nature of God's temporal dwelling and temporary earthly presence is for the specific purpose of revelation. Scrolling down, we see additional sections on the tabernacle's place in Israelite worship historically, as well as background information on how the Israelites' way of worship was different from surrounding Near Eastern societies. Pause the video and take a few minutes to read over the breadth of information regarding the tabernacle. The Lexham Bible Dictionary highlights how the tabernacle reflected the Israelites' religious system and principle of their faith, showed God's indwelling transcendence, and demonstrated that God, who is inaccessible and transcendent, has made himself available to his people. Finally, let's see if we can glean some additional background information about tents. Since the Faith Life Study Bible taught us about how God commanded the Israelites to build tents and live in them for 7 days during the feast, here we discover the ancient Israelites lived primarily in tents or temporary dwellings, that a tent housed the Ark of the Covenant, and that tents were a metaphor for divine protection. From the information we glean to this point, it's clear the Feast of Tabernacles is not only connected with deliverance, but also with God's presence dwelling with man. Take a few minutes to read through the entries under water, tabernacle, and tent. With this information, you can begin to form a better idea of what first-century Israelites already knew and understood from the culture and biblical context of the time. You can better grasp the significance of what was happening that day when Jesus called those listening, those who had just spent a week praying for deliverance and living in temporary shelters in remembrance of the time in the desert when God's presence temporarily dwelt among them in a tent, to come to him and drink. Take some time to explore these and other key themes like light, deliverance, spirit, and Jerusalem on your own. Searching the Lexham Bible Dictionary for words and topics will help you learn about, among other things, ancient customs and culture, and bring greater context to the passages you are studying. This information will be vital as you move to the next steps of observation and later interpretation.